The grenade landed at his feet. There was no cover, no time, no escape, only instinct. Rifleman Lachhiman Gurung reached down and hurled it back. Then another, then a third. The fourth exploded in his hand. What followed should have ended the fight in seconds. Instead, it became one of the most extraordinary last stands of the Second World War. Hi, my name's Matt. Welcome to Battlefield Legends, a place where forgotten stories of war come back to life. Burma, early 1945. The jungle was close, wet and suffocating. After sunset, visibility collapsed. Sound travelled strangely. Footsteps vanished. Whispers carried too far. The Japanese army specialised in night attacks. Silent approaches. Grenades first, then bayonets. Along a narrow jungle ridge near Taungdaw, a small Gurkha position was holding the line. Rifleman Lachhiman Gurung manned the right-hand forward picket, an exposed trench, slightly ahead of the rest. If the enemy broke through here, the line behind him would collapse. He was 26 years old. The attack came without warning. Shadows moved, boots scraped earth. Then grenades began raining into the position. Gurung reacted instantly. He seized the first grenade and threw it back. A second followed. He hurled that one too. A third came in. Still standing, still exposed, he threw it clear. Then the fourth landed. He reached for it. Too late. The explosion tore through his right hand. Fingers gone, shrapnel ripped across his body. The pain did not come all at once. At first, there was only shock. Blood poured into the trench, dark against the mud at his feet. His vision collapsed to one side. Somewhere in the darkness, the Japanese were regrouping. Lachhiman Gurung knew something they did not. He was still alive, and as long as he could still fire a rifle, the position was not lost. The attackers believed the trench had been destroyed. Grenades usually meant silence. Screams, then nothing. They rose from the jungle and advanced. What they did not expect was a single figure, half blinded, braced against the trench wall, still watching the darkness. When the first shape appeared, Gurung fired. The body dropped where it stood. Another followed, then another. The advance slowed, not because of confusion, but because fear was spreading through the ranks. Badly wounded, bleeding heavily, Gurung stayed in the trench. He propped himself upright against the earth wall, braced his rifle with his remaining hand, and waited. Each time the Japanese regrouped and tried again, he fired back. Single shots, controlled, precise. Bodies fell in front of the position. The attack stalled. Then came again. You were alone in that trench. One hand gone, vision failing, blood soaking into the earth beneath you. You know relief may never come. Do you hold the line, knowing it will almost certainly cost your life? Or do you withdraw and leave the men behind you exposed? Lachhiman Gurung never hesitated. Time stopped behaving normally. Minutes stretched. The night refused to end. Gurung could no longer feel his right arm. Reloading became slower, harder. At one point his rifle slipped from his grip and struck the trench floor. For a moment, it lay just out of reach. Movement rustled in the jungle. This was how it would end. Gurung dragged the rifle back, using his knee and forearm, pulling it upright, and fired, just as shapes broke from the darkness. They fell, again. He wedged the rifle against the trench wall, used his shoulder, whatever still worked. Every pause felt dangerous. If he stopped, even briefly, the jungle would close in. Wave after wave came. Grenades, rifle fire, shouts in the dark. Each time, he answered. For 6 hours, Lachhiman Gurung held that forward picket alone. By dawn, 31 enemy soldiers lay dead in front of his trench. The attack had failed. The line behind him still stood. When the firing finally faded, the jungle was quiet again. Dawn revealed what the darkness had hidden. Bodies lay tangled in front of the trench. 31 men. Gurung did not count them. He was slipping in and out of consciousness, still gripping his rifle, still facing forward, as if the attack might begin again at any moment. He was evacuated only once the danger had passed. He had lost his right hand, one eye, suffered multiple wounds, but he had not left his post. For his actions that night, Rifleman Lachhiman Gurung was awarded the Victoria Cross, the first Gurkha VC of the Second World War. The citation spoke of courage. What it could not fully describe was the resolve. He survived the war, lived for decades afterwards. He never described himself as a hero, only as a Gurkha doing his duty. One man, one position, 6 hours. Sometimes history turns not on armies, but on the refusal of a single soldier to let go. The battlefield never forgets, and neither do we.